What's up everyone, Gids here again, and today is day 3 or 5 days left until Crystal of Atlan launches, and today's video is going to be about 10 things that you should know before the game launches. So yeah, I played the game for 2 test phases, one in December of 2023 and the other much more recent last February of 2025. So all these things that I'm going to be talking about are things that I have learned during these test phases. Some of them may have changed, but I think the core concept will still be there and should still be helpful to new players that are trying to come into the game to have more idea about things that you should and should not do as soon as the game launches. Alright, so let's go. Again, this video is part of a 7-day series that I'm doing until the release of Crystal of Atlan. I have a playlist linked down in the description below if you missed any of the videos. So yeah, check it out. Alright, first things first, as soon as you load into the game, you start changing your keybinds right away. So yeah, once you have access to the options menu, try to change your keybinds right away because for me personally, the default ones are really uncomfortable and I don't like it. So yeah, start changing them right away. This is going to be very helpful because once you get into arena and you feel like some of the keybinds don't really fit well with what you're trying to do and you start changing them, you're gonna start getting confused, right? Because of muscle memory thingy, because you're gonna be spamming a lot of these abilities that you have in the quests, right? So PvE, you're gonna be spamming and your mind is going to associate it with that number or that keybind. So it's going to be a little bit harder or confusing once you start changing keybinds later on. So start changing them now. I know this is a small thing, but for me, I think it's very important because yeah, it gets confusing and it will lose you some battles. But yeah, this is just min-maxing at this point. But again, try to find the keybinds that are actually pretty good for you or comfortable for you. One good keybind that I've seen is the skip button, because skip button for some reason is on the letter P or keyboard and that's so far away to press. So yeah, I just changed it into the tilde, which is below escape key, right? So very easy to click skip. Yeah, let's go. All right, next one is to just focus on the main story quest and all the side quests. So this is pretty standard for any MMORPG right there. Like main quest is always going to be the main thing that you should be doing. I don't care if you read the story or not. I'm pretty sure the story is not even that good because I skipped through all of it in the whole 2 test phases that I've did. So yeah, I don't think the story is anything exciting. But yeah, this is how you will be unlocking most of the features in the game. Like main story quest is going to give you the most XP that you need to be leveling up. And of course, this thing's also time gated for each and every day. So everyone's almost always going to have like almost the same levels after day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm pretty sure 7 is the last day for you to be able to unlock all the things. It's either day 7 or day 8, right? So you'll be able to unlock all the main quests at that point and unlock the side quests that will be opening all the other stuff that can enhance your character. Alright, next up is the usage of energy. So there is an energy system in the game. So this limits the number of times you can enter dungeons in the game and the XP that you gain from dungeons. Okay, so yeah, this is just a limiter out there so that you don't really no life this game and get to max level right away. So the main advice is to just use everything on your main character. So use up everything on your main character and then you can start working on your alt. So your main character has its own energy bar, same with your alts. So you can just burn all on your main and then you can go to your alts. You don't have to burn it all on your alts because there's going to be an energy reserve system as well, but maybe we can talk about that one a later date because it's not really that important during the early game. Just make sure to finish or use up all the energy on your main account. So energy will be resetting daily, so it does not reset one by one like it does in other games, so you don't have a timer. It's just as soon as the day has reset, your energy will also reset. So from 0 to 120, or if you had like 40, it's going to go back up to 120, but your 40 will go into the energy reserves. But again, more on the energy reserve system later on because you don't have to bother with that right now. Okay, next up is don't craft any of the early game equipment, man. All these early game equipments that the game is trying to make you craft, they all suck because you're going to be replacing them every single time once you level up, right? There's going to be dungeons level 30, level 35, level 40, 45, so on and so forth. It's going to drop you equipment that's almost always going to be better than what you have equipped. So aside from the first thing that the game is making you craft mandatory, that's it. That's the only thing you're going to be crafting early game. The next crafts that you will be doing is going to be around level 50, 55 for the void equipment, which is going to help you in the later dungeons. But right now, don't bother yourself with the crafting system. Next thing is related. Don't enchant any of your equipment. So you don't need those plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s because it's a waste. You don't really need them. Like the game is always already going to give you a +7 weapon every time you level up or you get milestones like level 25, 35, 45, so on and so forth. So you don't have to enhance. Also, the gear that you get from drops is already enough to finish all of the main story quests, all the dungeons. You don't need any power-ups. You don't need any extra CP, right? You don't need any combat power that you get from the enhancement. Also, enhancement is very expensive and you're gonna learn that the hard way later on if you actually get there, right? There are going to be tickets that will let you enhance certain level equipment. So, for example, a ticket that says level 25 plus 12. So, sure, use that on a level 25 gear. But that's it. Don't use the level 60 ones because again, level 60 gear is going to be very expensive to enhance. So use it on level 60 equipment later on. So just save those tickets. Okay? Alright. The next tip is to save up your gold. Again, gold is super important in this game. Like it's one of the most important resources in the game because this is the main resource that you will be using for crafting and enhancing in the late game. And trust me, it's going to be very, 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 very expensive. Okay, so save up as much gold as you can during the early game and don't just spend it on anything randomly, okay? Another good thing about gold, you can actually sell this for the premium currency for pearls, I think is what's called, but let's just call it gems. So you can use it, you can sell it in consignment for gems, and these gems you can use it to purchase costumes that can add power, or you can use it to gacha for whatever reason, right? So at least you get access to free-to-play gems with gold. So that's why gold is very, very important. I can't stress this enough. Gold is super important. Next up, create your alt characters right away. So as soon as you finish main story quest, side quest, everything with your main account, start working on your alt characters, okay? So alt characters are pretty important in this game. They actually provide you with stats, or well, your whole roster. So all the characters in your account's levels matter. So they actually provide you with extra stats as you level them up. So it's going to be really nice to have multiple characters right away. And also, as soon as you create your alt characters, start with their main story quest. So main story quest in the game, again, is time-gated. And it's going to be the same with your alt character. So once you finish it with your main, there's going to be a timer that ticks down, tells you how much time you have left until the next main quest is going to start. That's the same thing for the alt. So if you don't create your alts right now and you create them 7 days later, you're gonna have that timer and it's going to be very annoying for you to be waiting for all those timers to finish before you can proceed. So you can start them day one. You don't have to finish the main quest. Actually, you don't have to finish them. You just have to start them, or you just have to create the characters for you to have the timer start ticking down. Alright, next up, importance of having alts is that alt characters can actually funnel resources into your main account. So gold especially can be transferred to your main account. So this is one of the biggest things, biggest importance of having alts. So not just for the stats, other currencies that you can earn. It's just mostly for the gold and also some of the other resources, some enhancing materials, some tickets to be able to enter dungeons. That's pretty much it. Some things are character bound, so you can't really move them from your alt into your main, but that's already almost everything. Like just funneling resources into one account is very, very important because it's just going to propel your character, your main character, into greater heights. Okay, next up is a big caution though. Alt characters cannot be deleted as far as I know, because during the testing, I wanted to test all the classes, but I was limited because I couldn't delete any of the past characters that I've already made. So I'm not sure if they made changes on this one. Maybe you can expand your character slots that you can create alts with, but so far, there is no way to delete an alt character. So just keep in mind or be mindful of the alt characters that you are creating. So make sure that these are the characters that you actually want to play. I don't remember how many characters you can actually create. Is it 5? Is it? I think it's around 4 or 5 characters per account. So yeah, just be mindful of that thing and you should be good. All right. And then lastly, of course, this is the most important thing that you should not forget is to just have fun. Like, this is the main reason why we're here. The main reason why we're playing games anyway is to have fun. So if you're not having fun playing the game, then there's something wrong. You're doing something wrong for sure. Like, you're burning yourself out, you're tiring yourself out, or you're doing something that's not really something that you're supposed to be doing in the early game, something like that, right? So yeah, just so you know, arena or 1v1 arena is unlimited, so you can just enter every single time. The token that you can get is limited per day, but the entries you can do is unlimited per day. So if you're someone who wants to try hard arena and wants to have fun with 1v1 arena, you can actually shoot up to diamond right away in day one. So if that's fun for you, then I'm not stopping you. But it's not, if it's not fun for you, you just want to do the dailies, take some pictures, look pretty or something, that's up to you, right? So yeah, just have fun. Everyone has a different way of having fun, and if that's not fun for you, then maybe change game, XD. But anyways, that's pretty much it for today. So 5 days left again for Crystal of Atlan. There's going to be another video tomorrow. Again, subscribe so that you don't miss that. Check out the playlist in the description if you missed any of the other videos. So yeah, leave a comment down below for any thoughts, comments, suggestions, or whatever. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for day 4.